Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, whatever the case may be. Welcome to Think and Draw, the temporary show in between drawn and quartered that seems to be going for quite a while. I don't know when we'll get back to drawn and quartered. I'm sure we will someday, but for right now, I ain't got time to figure all that stuff out. There's a lot more cat wrangling that goes on to put a drawn and quartered together than there is to do a Think and Draw where, frankly, I don't care who shows up. That's why Zach's here.
I'm going to start sending the link out there.
I was like, I should invite Booster then.
Yes, let's do it.
Let's not go that far.
There we go. There he is.
Here. Anyways, thanks everybody for being here. Have a great night. We'll see you on the next show. Today we have a face reveal. It's Rabbit and his.
No, I mean, some people have seen me. Just on
it's
here.
been, I think the last time we saw you on the show was like literally 2 years ago.
Yeah, it was, and I had long blonde hair back then. Yeah, I didn't have this magnificent beard back then either.
Yeah, you swapped the length of your hair from back to front.
Oh yeah, I cut it off for a bit. It's warm. It gets hot. You have to cut your hair off.
It is warm. It's
unnaturally warm for this time of the year for where I am.
Oh, is it? I think I'm just gonna open my windows because it's actually quite nice outside.
It's not like 20 degrees in May. That's nuts.
Wow.
Anyways, what's up, Matt, Zach, Rabbit? Everybody, introduce yourself. Say hi to everybody. We're gonna do a Think and Draw, and we were already mid conversation, so I had to yell at these guys to get them to stop talking just so I could start the show. And now back to your conversation. Let's pick it up at the beginning. And nothing. Zach, pay attention.
I got a weird message. Sorry. I didn't know that people could like email you and like do a message.
Now we're curious.
Well, no, it was like a spam. It sent like a link to like some sort of inappropriate website on my phone.
Hey,
what the heck? So.
Why am I always yelling? Because nobody listens to me. No one listens to me. Yeah, so that's the constant yelling. Hello, Jason. Oh, let's say hi to some people. Jason, Roscoe, Rabbit,
Okay.
Wiley, Mark Davies. Juan Soto. Gosh darn, who else is here? Jalapeno Milk. And Armoron. And whoever else might be here. Hello to you all. Thank you for being here. How am I? I'm just great. How are you? How is everyone?
Doing great.
Doing great, Matt. How's the project? Is it done yet?
Yeah, right. There's a lot of work involved with this.
What's the hold up, Matt? What you doing? Why you wasting time? What you doing?
So long there, Matt. Matty boy. Why are you taking so long?
It's just a lot of work.
I was to say, where's your face as well? I mean,
I've completed 3 full collections this month already.
Oh man, you work fast though with those things. Jesus.
It's the 18th.
Yeah, I gotta. It's hard to. I like sitting at the table, like whenever I'm sitting down, I'm drawing, I'm working on them. But it's like I'm also designing the logos. I'm also designing the logos and the banners and everything. So it's like,
oh yeah.
In between doing that, like I'm designing the logo right now for the
side work. Yeah, I get it. I hear you. I'm doing a bit of a side piece right now too. It's not for the NFT collection. It's for everything. So we're doing Metaverse Expo. Why isn't this? Oh, I have to pull it down. Metaverse Expo in July, and so we're going to be splitting a booth with the Cyber Hornets crew, and because of that, I'm trying to show you, but my iPad shut off, so now I have to redo this 683 garbage. So I can show you in a moment. Hold on. By the way, like and share, like and share, like and share,
like and share.
That's going to be in Vegas.
It's going to be in Vegas. That is correct.
Oh man!
So it's got my Funky Monkeys. It's got my Chads. It's got Cyclowns. It's got what's that? Can't tell you. It's got
the Matrix.
It's got the Animus. It's got the Cyber Hornets. It's got the that's the Muhammad Usman. It's got the Meta Bounty Hunters and Superhero G. Why is Superhero G in there?
I know. I know why.
You be quiet.
You know too much.
It's even got Pluto Alliance and it has Den of Dragons. So this is like the NFT universe. And we'll probably make posters out of it and possibly t-shirts for the show, which would be kind of cool. Just don't know what I'd do about the dragon wings in that case. I might have to just expand it out or something. I have no idea.
You could change it so it went around like a border. But then again, you've got the bat wings as well.
Yeah. Yeah. So, like I said, because we're sharing, so what we'll probably be doing is if we do these as shirts, then we can hand them out at the expo, and then it'll be part of a marketing campaign where it's like, hey, we're going to have spotters out there, and if we spot you, we'll give you a free NFT, that kind of thing. So
that's cool.
Force people to wear them all around for the whole expo.
Wish I could come to America and see it. That'd be cool. It'd
be fun.
I can't. But
they expect like 30,000 people there. I'm not sure if that's gonna actually happen, but that'd be pretty cool.
You don't know. That sounds awesome.
I know that's so far a drive though.
It
is. Try driving from England.
It's not even 5 hours, Cos.
Oh, it's 6+ hours.
How do you
6+ hours?
That's
not so bad.
No, you drive 65 miles an hour, 70 maybe.
Yeah, no, not a chance,
Is that
bro.
it?
Yeah,
Dude, I drive like 80 miles an hour. Surely.
There's a cop that gives you tickets in the middle of nowhere.
I can't remember if it's the first time ever on my channel. I think he's been here once. No, he was on a Drawn and Quartered, right? Our good friend, the Broob, Jason Brubaker. Oh, he's not there. Yeah. I go to introduce him. He vanishes.
Well, his camera's there.
He's invisible, like the Invisible Man.
Is that his couch? Wait, zoom in on this. We got to analyze this.
We'll try it again.
No, he's like Brad Pitt and Deadpool, you know?
We'll try that again soon.
Man,
I like that.
Jason.
Are you allowed to drink?
Why does that bat have a monkey face? It doesn't. All right, we'll try this again for the second time on Blacklist Universe. The Broob.
I just blinked. There's no one even here.
Brought you up
to get some headphones.
Like, that's great. What's up, Jason?
Ta-da! I'm pretty good. How you guys doing?
Good seeing you.
Yeah.
It's been a minute.
It has. It's been a long time. I haven't gotten my live streaming back up, so who knows when that will happen. But no rush, you know. Hey, I can come on yours, so that makes it all the better.
Please do. And me, Casa, Sue, YouTube, however that goes.
Yeah. Well, Zach was telling me. Yeah, he was telling me all about your guys's. And I've been watching some of your stuff, Mike, too. So, and I've been talking to Doug too. So, it's interesting. It's very interesting.
Troublemaker.
And I'm working with Macroverse to do some NFT stuff too. So they've been the ones pushing me to do it.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for them saying we'll do all the back end stuff, I'd be like, I don't care right
now. Yeah, you really. I mean, you don't want to be like creating everything. Like Zach's doing. He's creating everything, and he's doing the back end stuff. So I don't want to do that.
I'm particular about everything. I gotta have my hands, my fingers, and everything.
Well, you're learning it too that way,
Mm-hmm.
So, see, if I didn't have someone who already did it and knew how to do it, doing it, helping me and telling me, no, don't do it this way, do it this way, then I'd be wasting too much time experimenting at this point. And so, and my brain's not into experimenting right now. So The only experimenting is in the art, and so I think it's a pretty good partnership because I can learn, I can actually participate in it and learn and do a bunch of different kind of drops, and then see what happens. Then I can do my own stuff if I really want to. But I think I like having a partner in it really more than anything.
Yeah,
for this stuff.
And like as for me, I have to hire devs, so it's like because I don't want to do it.
You don't want to do any of it, like the art either.
I can take the time and learn all the programming and all that fun stuff, and then I'd be like,
Yeah.
So,
and you got strengths and weaknesses. So, Zach has made video games already. So why not do all the technical stuff, Zach?
Yep. Right? Well, I have to know how everything works. It's like if I don't know how everything works, it bothers me. And so even if I didn't need to, I would still learn it just because I think it helps my pipeline. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If I understand exactly what I need and what the limitations are, it'll help me with the pipeline and making it as most efficient as possible. So, and I'm young enough where I can screw around and work and, do all this stuff and mess up and whatnot. So like, I have the time to do it. So I'm doing it.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at too. I'm like, I can experiment as much as I want right now. So, hey, might as well experiment,
So when do you know when they're going to launch the NFTs or when all that stuff's happening or?
Well, their biggest holdup is the app. They've been having a new version of their app, which is the comic reader platform. And their old their old developers just dropped the ball apparently and couldn't complete it, like the NFT side of it. And so they had to kind of restart it and rehire new people. And so they've been working on it for about a year. And we've had NFTs ready for about a year now, And so so it's like it's waiting for that to launch, and that's supposed to launch in June. And so there'll be a bunch of comic related NFTs that have smart contracts that open, extra content on comics, like Reminds, one of those comics that will be in that package. And then there's a bunch of like alternate covers by crypto artists and stuff like that, and animated covers and different things like that. And then we'll be doing other things like profile stuff. I'm making up, those profile drops NFTs. You guys know what that means.
Yeah, the larger like collection, the
big collection,
and randomized collections.
PFPs.
PFPs, that's what that is.
PFP, profile picture.
Oh yes, of course. I'm learning the lingo. That's why I came on this channel.
There you go. That's what I'm missing here. All right.
Yeah, so we'll see. I keep thinking for the last year I've been, thinking I'll wait till my first NFT drops and then I'll make a decision if I want to keep doing it. Well, it's just never happened. It's never dropped. So, we keep making them. So now I have a bunch. It's just waiting for them to actually drop. And then I'll see what to do next, I think.
So what the NFTs you have, how many collections have you done? Are you doing collections or are you doing... Sorry, I wasn't really paying attention.
No, you're fine.
Dang it.
I'm like trying to figure all this stuff out.
You're fine.
It's think and draw, so I wanted somebody to be drawing, but usually it's not me. So.
Yeah.
Oh, do you want? I can share my thing, but then I have to turn my camera off.
All right. So, and then if I stop drawing for any length of time, my whole thing just shuts off. So annoying. Anyway.
So professional.
Yeah. So you are doing PFPs.
Right now, that's what I'm doing. Yeah.
Right
and
now.
I should be done tomorrow with my first one. It's a partnership with Macroverse. It's all my stuff, and then they're doing the back end, of course. Before that, last year, we they were trying to make these multiple series of their comics that's on their platform have special NFT drops with alternate covers, animated covers, unlocking special content, all this stuff. And so Remind is going to be launched with their first wave of comic related NFTs. So that will be first. And and there's different tiers. It'll be kind of like Kickstarter, but with NFTs, you know, all the way up to one-off ones. And that's where they hired crypto artists that are already popular to do alternate versions of Remine's cover and stuff like that.
Oh, cool.
My comic. And same with like Phobos, and then there's also an NFT with this really amazing artist who did a Phobos thing that I can't really talk about it yet because it's still not out. But it's a really popular artist who chose to do a Phobos character NFT for his first NFT. So there's hopefully going to be some hype with that. And then I'll finally hopefully launch the PFPs is what you call them.
Yeah.
Is that right? So that series will be next, and so it'll have a couple parts. It's called Friends and Fiends, so we're doing friendly little monsters, and then we'll have a fiend version as well.
Hey, can you jiggle your jack on your headphones?
Is it crusty?
Yeah, you're like crackly, crack.
How about that? I can get different headphones if you want.
Yeah, maybe try different. Are you on your computer?
I'm on my iPad. I think the sound goes off when I pull out the headphones.
Try picking it off.
Yeah, it's some interference of some kind.
I heard this.
Can you hear us?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, okay, we can hear you. That's better.
No headphones, yay.
Jiggle your jack.
Jiggle your jack.
Put Matt on the bottom.
All kinds of ways.
Hey, wait. Matt has art I can show instead of mine.
Oh, yeah, he's not showing his face.
Yeah.
Well, that's the trade-off, Rabbit.
Yeah, I know.
Sorry.
Well, I've never seen Matt's face. It's a mystery.
So, Jason, did you have questions about all this stuff, or? I mean, I know you're in it already, but you're not really. Your ship hasn't launched.
Yeah, and I haven't really gone onto the forums. You know, I'm in your.
Wow, it's not your jack. It's I don't know what it is. Your connection or something.
Is it just? Should I just go?
No, the video looks fine. It's just the
video's fine. It's the audio.
Yeah, it's like bitty. It's like you know what I mean. It's kind of like a jaggedy kind of sound to it.
Should I leave and come back in?
Yeah, it might work. That might fix it.
Yeah, you can try it.
Okay.
Just don't forget the question. All right. While we patiently wait for Jason to come back and answer my question. Yeah.
Ooh, Matt, that looks nice. That's a nice face.
Can
we can just replace Jason with a Kevin.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
Hey, Kevin. Hey.
How you doing?
Goodbye, everybody. You have a nice night.
Oh, Kevin got an iPad. Look at that.
Hey, look at that.
Oh yeah, I got an iPad. I've had an iPad for a little while.
That looks like a queen
of some sort of hornet.
Yeah, I had to do some character designs for myself because some of how do I say this? Indeed,
you couldn't quite tell what Ben was drawing.
There were inconsistencies in some of the character designs. That's all I'll say.
You want to be polite, but you don't.
No, I'm not looking to start anything, but I just I was working on it, and there was several inconsistencies in the ref that were fairly glaring, and I was like, "What's going on here? What's going on here?" And that's all the ref I had. So I was like, "I'm gonna draw reference designs for several of these characters."
For your own benefit, or for
just in case, because it makes sense to me, so that I understand what's going on with this. Because I'd have to go to several different pages of reference from different comic pages, and there were a couple of things that were just didn't make a lot of sense. I'd look at one page and I'll go, "Wait a minute, wasn't that supposed to be purple, or wasn't this supposed to be a diamond shape?" And then I'll go back and look, and it's white and not a diamond shape, that kind of thing.
Yeah. Did you always notice that with Rob Liefeld too? And I don't mean to diss Rob. I like Rob, but
I mean,
it's when I was a kid. I was like, bro, go reference the last page you did. What are you doing?
Yeah. Well, when you're doing the Marvel Creative Services stuff, and you've done it for a while, like I did, you get into these things where you've got to make sure that everything you draw is very clear, or as clear as possible. And sometimes in deadline crunches, you might fudge something, or something just didn't get drawn the way it needed to. But generally speaking, you kind of look to have a lot of consistency in whatever you're drawing, because it's got to be basically on model, as they say.
Especially when you're doing turnarounds for them.
Yeah, exactly. And just for my own sake and for my own sanity, I was like, I've got to draw these, because this is driving me nuts.
That's funny. You should give those to Buzz over at Cyber Hornets.
Mm-hmm.
Or
yeah.
Tell them to him.
Unless Buzz is in the feed.
The thing about it is I don't know a lot about
he's probably listening.
Yeah, exactly. Again, that's why I'm trying to be judicious about the way I say things. I don't want to necessarily get anybody in hot water or sound like a jerk,
Yeah. It's all right. It's all right. You can be a jerk if you want. Yeah,
it's okay to be. Oh, I can't swear.
That's correct. That's correct. So, Jason, do you remember the question?
Should we cut my sound? Testing.
Perfect.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this was much better.
It's nice.
Your question was, do I have questions?
Yes.
Sure, I have a ton. I don't know where to start though. So I know.
Start at the beginning.
What would I start with? So we're all talking about utility in these things. Zach was explaining how you could have a utility where it unlocks all it's a special club that unlocks membership for all your stuff going forward. How do you manage all that stuff? How do you think about managing all that stuff when you're creating and actually launching NFTs? Do you have to be a coder and have a website that has this back end stuff?
Yeah, I like to come up with things and then tell my devs that that's my idea and make it real.
Okay. What's happening with me and the Mac.
Well, and how about an easy solution to something that you're saying is that, like, on Discord, they have a really in-depth bot system where you can find custom bots that do very specific things. Like I have a bot that will look through people's NFT collections when they sign on with their wallet, and it'll look to see if you have certain NFTs from certain collections, and if you do, it unlocks rooms in my Discord that only they can see. So all of a sudden, it becomes like this kind of clubhouse sort of idea. And then in those clubhouse spaces where I know that only people with this NFT can see it, I post content only they are allowed to see. So it kind of does, like, there's already systems that have been built that you can utilize.
It's part of Discord.
It's part of Discord. I had Booster Kiwi set all that up for me, Mike.
And so does that mean you have?
What do you mean, Mike? What do you say?
You always badmouth boosters. Like, I had Booster literally make my Discord so high tech.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
So when
it's
you
really useful.
Sorry, I'm afraid that bridge is burned, man.
I tried to.
Well, see, Zach, when I hear you say someone else set it up for me, I'm thinking, okay, it's already just outside of my.
No. The thing is, I helped him set it up, but he really fine tuned it. Literally, the learning curve is really small for Discord and doing things on that. It's kind of crazy what Edwin is doing. Edwin's building a whole entire game with NFTs and blockchain crypto under the avalanche of blockchain, and he's using Discord to play this game. And you can do that, and it's really crazy, and it's not difficult to do, but it literally is making a plan of I'm going to make this NFT and it's going to do this thing, and then figuring out how to make it do that thing, because there's either someone that's already done it or someone who's done it close enough to what you're doing where you just have to tinker it a little at this point. So if you're saying your NFT, if you want an NFT where it allows only people that own the NFT to go onto your Discord channel, and then you post things in your Discord channel that is exclusive, it's kind of like Patreon, if you think of it that way, where Patreon, only allows your patrons, or an NFT will only allow your NFT holders to go to this Discord, which then you post, your comics and your content for everybody that owns it to see and use. Like, that exists, and it's very easy to do and set up.
There's also a thing called Unlock Protocol that you can add to any old website, so you can lock up. It's just HTML code, but it allows you to basically have people attach their wallet, or what's that called?
MetaMask.
Yeah, no, I mean, what is it when you attach your wallet to it, or you? I can't remember the exact word. Anyways, so that they have to have a particular NFT in their wallet in order to access whatever content. So, like, I mean, Discord's not the greatest place to be displaying comic book stuff, right? But if you have, a whole comic display thing you want to show off, or web comics and whatnot, but you want a gateway to make sure only people that have paid their dues can get in there, you can use the NFT Unlock Protocol to do that. So.
Okay. And then you're just building your own website or hiring someone to do it. And that houses the comic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You got it.
Interesting. Okay. And it sounds like a whole bunch of other websites are jumping on board. Like, I heard Instagram starting to have some sort of NFT sharing ability soon.
Yeah.
Oh, I did not know that.
Oh yeah, adoption is cooking. So.
Huh. So it sounds like it's not like I'm going to have to build websites.
Nope.
Because everyone's joining this party.
Yeah. And as I said before, most of the stuff that if you want to do something, most likely someone else has already done it and has a tutorial on how to do it. I'm not.
That's true.
So,
tell him about your tutorial. You're going to be doing one.
Yeah. Like, I'm going to be holding a little like seminar class, basically going through exactly from inception of an NFT to getting it inputted into a program called Hashlips, so that you can randomly generate your own collections. Now, so and I learned all that, just tutorials online. I figured it all out by myself, and now people are interested in it. Going to go and show other people in it, because it's not that hard. It's not really that hard, but it's one of those things where when people think about it, they're like, "Oh, that must be." I can't even wrap my head around where to start with that, when it's really, really, really simple, So,
so do you think the separation of everybody and their kid being able to make a 10,000 batch drop?
Oh yeah, that's they have even like. I would say Hashlips is like the technical version. They have other programs that are super easy, where it's just like drag and drop. It's already it's like interface, so you just drag and drop certain things, and then you kind of just rearrange it, and it'll just automatically, you press a randomizer. Matt.
What the hell is going on?
Matt's muted.
Someone's cooking in the kitchen. But they have other NFT, like it's not as intuitive as far as like setting up, your metadata and any specific sort of layering and overlays and other sort of blending modes and whatnot. But like, they have systems out there. I just saw one where it literally was like, it's a website where you just drag your files onto the website, and then you can just randomize, and it's super easy. Like, my daughter could do it, my 6-year-old. So that's my question. With the ease of use, there's already billions of NFTs that are just random collections. Do you think that saturation is going to hurt it, or is it just like anything else? You just don't care about the weeds, and you go and find the stuff that's nicely done and follow just the artists you want to follow. Like, how does? Yeah. Well, it's the same thing with what we do with.
It's like any other market. The cream will rise to the top, and unfortunately, sometimes cream doesn't rise to the top because they don't know how to market their cream. But and then you'll have that random lucky person that Paris Hilton just decides to share their little elephant meme NFT collection, and so you get all these news stories. 12-year-old girl makes $500,000 overnight. That kind of stuff. But those are just those. the gold rush stuff. That's people just stumbling into it or whatever.
Yeah.
If you're coming at this as a business, then you really have to. I think you have to follow like the basic rules that you have to have some sort of marketing mechanism. You have to have the quality content, and I would think that in general you have to have utility that people value. I'd try to push forward only doing projects where it doesn't matter if the value of the NFT itself goes up. The value of owning the NFT is holding the NFT. So like, things that deliver residual, no promises, but residual airdrops or whatever it is. Something like we do random airdrops for the Chad collections coming out soon. And those are IDO tokens that we get from different launch pads that we've invested into. And so if you own a Chad, you're going to get rads. You're going to get all these random tokens. And we're in a bear market right now where those tokens aren't worth, much of, some of them are, hundreds to a penny or whatever, but some of them are worth like almost $1 and whatever. We've got one rad. What is it? Meta? No. Now I'm drawing like is it QMall? I think it's QMall. And yeah, just kind of like out of the blue last few weeks, it's just kind of gone up and up and up and up. And so it's kind of taken over like 40% of the whole bundle of rads. And so it's raised the total value. But the thing is, we're going to keep getting these IDOs. I don't want to sit here and sell Chads. The point is it's creating value so that it doesn't matter if the floor price goes up 10x. You just want to hold your NFT because over time you'll be getting, like, for example, Meta Bounty Hunters is a collection I just did for Meta Labs agency, and they have what's called reflections, and that means that if you hold a Meta Bounty Hunter, then they have a mechanism whereby they have investments, and they take the profits from the investments and they spread it out and call it reflections, because you're not investing, you just hold an NFT. It's all SEC. But they're just giving people that own the NFTs Ethereum on a weekly basis. And so for me, I have 5 Meta Bounty Hunters, and right now I'm over 0.6 ETH in reflections. And it's been a couple months. So it's like, that's the kind of thing you want to hold it, because it's just like creating wealth out of nothing.
Where does the wealth come from? Because and forgive my ignorance, it sounds more like a pyramid scheme.
No, it's not.
Wrap my head around how you're creating value.
First of all, hello, Doug.
Hey, Doug.
I'm just checking in because Mike threw me. I just want to say hi. Say hi to my people.
My people. As far as pyramid schemes, in order for it to be a pyramid scheme, you would have to be constantly selling the new stuff to pay the old guys, right? No, these guys, the collection's sold out. You can't buy any more. Well, they did hold a few back to keep selling, but they took the money from the they sold like $18 million worth of these things. They took that money and they put it into an investment vehicle. I know what it is. I can't share the secret sauce on what it is, but like last month they made 40% on their investment.
And it's not a pyramid scheme.
And I know it's not a pyramid. I know what it is, and
it's really good. Trust me, guys. I can't tell.
No, because nobody else is buying it. That's exactly the opposite. There's no one else that can buy in. What? Okay. Bye-bye.
I'm playing
and so they disperse the returns on their investment into just the holders of the NFTs. Okay. So it's like a constant, and they're just going to keep doing this forever. And then, as long as you're holding these, then every week you'll get a disbursement of what do they call that in stocks?
Dividends.
Dividend. Yeah, basically you make a dividend.
And so it's kind of like a Ethereum based mutual fund that they have somehow set up? It's not like a studio that's making profit on their animation, or is it?
Yeah, no. It is an investment based thing. So,
and it's a total new thing. Like it's Ethereum based mutual fund.
No, I mean what they have it set up in, and I have to be real careful because they don't want people knowing what it is because other people will do it.
I see. Yeah.
Right. So, but it is.
It's invested in human trafficking.
Where does the growth?
Big profits, man. Big profits.
That's easy. Huge. Everyone can do that.
They're running cocaine up out of Mexico. It's
hey, we all invest in human trafficking. I mean,
no, it's Bill Gates' baby formula recipe.
Yeah.
They're selling baby formula on the black market right now.
Yeah. Then you have Doug's perspective, which is no utility for you. He's the NFT Nazi.
Yeah.
No utility for you.
We are building some. We got some programming on a new set coming out that has real cool code in it. But we build it first. We don't promise it to people. We build it first, and so we'll see.
And so it's not a pyramid scheme, Doug.
Well, here's my thing.
Doug's actually selling pyramids.
I can't hear what the code is.
Yeah. Everything that's wrong with NFTs is wrong with everything else in the whole world. So it's not unique to look at NFT and say, oh, there's no real value or whatever. It's like, that's true of almost everything.
Yeah.
The value is something that you just attach to it.
Subjective.
Yeah. And it's why people talk about putting utility on NFTs is they're trying to bump up the value with something that easier identifiable and all that. People do that all the time. They add value to things, but it's to get people to buy it, or to get people to invest in it or whatever. So I'm only saying I learned about all money and I learned about everything from NFTs because everything is a market and everything has a fluctuating value.
That's Doug's new children's book. Everything I've learned.
Everything I learned from NFTs. It really is. So the people that are saying the problem is you're still under the illusion that everything else has some kind of inherent value.
Right.
And I'm not under that illusion anymore.
Yeah. It's just such crazy money that it's not like selling a piece of art for $10 versus $1,000. It's like there's millions of dollars for a digital piece of art. So it's kind of you really have to iron out why this is happening. At least I do. I mean,
well, yeah, but Jason, how many projects are selling their digital art for millions of dollars? What percentage?
I have no idea.
It's a tiny, a microscopic percentage are.
Yeah.
So most of them, because the free market works, most of them, a kind of a market has dictated their price, and the price is zero because no one's willing to pay for it. Most of them are exactly what you get for your art that you post on Instagram. Most of it. So only the weird millionaire ones are kind of like, the Kardashian sister that became the first billionaire by selling her makeup line. Yeah. It's not that her makeup line was worth.
It's not makeup. Yeah. It's not makeup that's worth that. Yeah.
Right. It's the social influence and going viral. And that's all that happened to this art that suddenly blew up or it's kind of like what we saw a little bit with Comicsgate, where the value came from the number of subscribers and the size of your audience and their excitement versus the nuts and bolts of the molecules that you're selling.
Yeah.
It's identical. It really isn't that weird. I think it's new and it's unstable and it's strange and it's also full of criminals and people it is full of get rich quick schemes. It doesn't mean that the thing itself by necessity has to be that.
Jason Bernard says, I don't know what Doug's logic is here. Food has value, shelter has value, secluded islands have value, but it is still subjective to someone like myself who is allergic to shellfish, you could have a $50 plate of lobster in front of me, and it has no value to me because I can't eat it. Right? Yeah. Shelter, it's like, yeah, shelter has value, but it's like everyone values it differently. Some people will just be happy as a clam with a shack over their heads, and some people, they require a mansion or whatever it is. Everything has, even gold, if it's both situational and it's subjective. So it's like someone may have there was this great little skit. I can't remember who did it, but it was like these cavemen. This guy has a caveman store, and he's got chickens, and he's got seashells, and he's got hammers and axes and stuff. And this guy comes up to him trying to sell him on how great gold is. Yeah. He's like, "Can I eat it?" He's like, "No." I'm like, "Can I kill something with it?" He's no. He's like, "What can I do with it?" He's like, "It's shiny." And he's like, "Get out of here with that." It's like, yeah. It's all subjective.
And look what people pay for food. The variety of, you can go buy a White Castle burger or a Crystal burger, a burger at the NPM anymore, or you can get this. I saw a Kobe beef steak. It was it was like $180, for like this tiny. I think it was 6 ounces when I went out to dinner with the Babylon Bee guys. It was insane. So I'm saying, I'm going, are you telling me that steak was worth $180? I mean, that must be some steak.
God, no.
And then you have to consider, what is the value of money?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Right?
Yeah. It is arbitrary. It is arbitrary.
Yeah. To somebody that makes $1 billion a year, that steak is a nickel is the same difference,
Yeah. And even on the last like NFT, when things financially go bad for me, like last week, I always, it's weird because it does put money in perspective, because suddenly you start to think of the things that really are important, like that money can't buy. And suddenly I enjoy just my kids more and my family and a cool breeze, because everything doesn't have to be, because the NFT, the dollar amount failed you that week. So it makes you look to things that do last and have stuff that you can't put a price on. So the love of your family or beauty or nature and things like that. I just think, money is more like something that it's a tool that you use. And sometimes it's a very expensive NFT. Sometimes it's a cheap NFT, but it's not like NFTs are the problem.
Yeah.
I'm playing Slither.io while I talk.
Of course.
That's winner.
I don't know what that is.
Slither.io, it's like Snake, but you're against other people. You're online, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, good. Yeah.
Are you dominating?
I'm trying to. I'm obsessed.
It's a good time killer.
It is. It bugs me. I'm totally addicted. I've always planned it. It's just, I did it like 10 years ago, and then I picked it back up again just to have some busy work. And I'm like, I'm driving me crazy.
Ooh, that's nice.
Ooh, I like that.
Whose is that?
The rabbit?
Nice.
Why is Wagyu steak so expensive? Expensive. Because it's supply and demand and quality, and there's just I don't know what it is. Is it Wagyu? No. It's Kobe in Japan, but American Wagyu is Kobe beef, but Americanized, right?
Yeah. I never even heard of that.
So in Japan, they feed the it's basically like being a fat rich guy, but you're a cow, right? You're like
they're sumo wrestlers.
You're being fed beer, and you're being given massages. And it's like, no, legitimately, you're living the high life as a cow. So it fattens you up, but like the massaging creates this equidistant marbling throughout the meat. So it's like the perfect marbling. So it's like, it's just, it's so good. It's totally worth it.
It's something that most people wouldn't even notice.
Well,
except
if you have a
foodies.
palate, you'd notice.
Yeah, but I didn't. It wasn't $180 notice.
Right.
That reminds me of a joke my son and I made up. Why do cannibals love vegans? Because they're grass-fed.
Because they're grass-fed.
I love it.
Nice.
That's good.
I thought it was because they bitch a lot. I don't know.
But my son wouldn't make up that.
No, I wouldn't say it.
Not yet, anyway.
I was a vegetarian for a couple of years, and it's funny. Is every time I would sit down to eat with somebody, and they find I'm vegetarian, they act like I had an attitude, but they all had attitude towards me. I didn't say anything. I was like, I go, no, they don't think I'm vegetarian, and they're all like, oh. I think you're better than us. And I'm like, what?
Were you a vegetarian for a reason, though, or were you just doing it for healthy?
For health. But then I was just like, I became more unhealthy because I was eating everything but.
Yeah, then his hair fell out.
Michael.
I was eating Twinkies, and I'm like, this is vegetarian. I'm like,
I was vegetarian for 40 days once, and then I was so gassy I could never be a vegetarian.
Yeah, I started losing weight. I was just like, but not like good weight, like muscle, and I was gaining fat and muscle.
You're gaining fat and losing muscle.
Yeah, I wasn't eating like vegetables. Like I was eating everything but vegetables, like and meat, right? So then finally,
you kind of missed the point.
That's a very bad diet. The all carb, no protein diet.
Yeah, no protein or veggies. But that's the thing now is like now I'm doing more a keto diet, and I'm eating like tons of vegetables now. And of course I don't eat tons of meat, but I do still eat like chicken and some beef once in a while.
Once in a while, man. I ate beef today. It was good.
I have a hamburger once in a while.
Pink and bleeding in the middle. It was good.
Yeah.
No, I gotta have it cooked.
I'm a big meat person though.
Yeah, me too. I love meat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had eggs this morning and a steak for lunch.
Oh yeah.
Oh, dude, that sounds amazing. Yeah, that's just protein on protein.
Dude,
The only
steak,
thing better would be some
and
sashimi
eggs.
or something.
I love dipping a good piece of steak in egg yolk.
Egg yolk, God, yeah, man. Runny egg yolk is good with everything.
Yeah.
My gosh, even my stomach just growled so hard.
I've been into salmon lately. I just had a kale salad with salmon, smoked salmon.
Fish is practically a vegetable.
Welcome to the Food Channel, everyone. Just checking in. And vegetables.
Food's our national sport. We love it.
That's right.
Oh, I'd love to do. I can't go hunting animals in this country. It'd be nice to go shoot something and eat it. I go fishing, eat the fish out of the sea, but we can't go hunting deer or whatever you do in America.
Well, you could always go cannibal.
Well, we'll just go hunt some people.
Yeah.
You got to be rich for that. Like.
Yeah, you got to be like super rich for that.
That was one of my $1 million ideas for the recession. Is because we're going to end up eating each other. That I thought I want to open up a line of human seasoning. I think it'd be huge. You get like Chipotle, Mike. For Asian, it'd be like a ginger sauce or teriyaki.
Oh, I thought you meant like a redhead.
Yeah, but it's made to sprinkle on people on your neighbors that you eat that can't run as fast as you.
Ginger for gingers.
That's so good.
Yeah.
Mike probably has a lot of marbling too going on.
Yeah. Like Germans, you'd have like sauerkraut.
It also paralyzes them as you sprinkle it on them.
Yeah.
Mango Wendigo.
They got this.
my other $1 million idea for the recession is, because we're all going to be cannibals, is there's a sweat, a full body sweatsuit. It's for fat people, but it has like a print of a skinny person's body on it. So from a distance, you'd look all emaciated, so that the people wouldn't come and eat you. So that's a very valuable
urban camouflage, right?
Yeah. That would be like a very valuable piece of
Camouflage.
camouflage. If you're morbidly obese, you could wear that thing and they'll be like,
Camouflage.
yeah, I'm not going to eat that guy.
Camouflage.
He's not worth. There's no meat on him. He's not worth chasing.
No, what you have to do is you have to get a giant outfit, but have it all have zebras on it, right? So that people think you're just a crowd of people.
It's like those dresses, right? They're all black, but then they have a white stripe down the middle, so they look thinner, like a slimming effect.
I just think that the recession is even though everyone else is losing money, I think it's it's an opportunity for the entrepreneur. I think you can find a bright side.
Now you sound like Bill Gates.
Always look on the bright side of life. Let's see.
You heard about that? Bill Gates and his making artificial human breast milk from human mammaries.
Yeah, it's an amazing coincidence, isn't it?
Yeah, it's crazy. It's just like how he just knew like to have stuff ready, vaccines for pandemic, and then now the food shortage, right? He's got the most farmland.
Yeah,
like he owns the most farmland.
And it looks like he's running the experiment on himself.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean.
We shall name him Mooby.
Yeah.
Someone put what is it? They put a meme up where it had him wearing the fake mammary bra, like bio milk.
Yeah, that's a thing too. What the hell's going on with this freaking planet?
Yep.
Like men are getting themselves injected with estrogen in order to lactate so they can breastfeed babies.
Oh, yeah, it's that weird Calvin Klein advert. What the
I don't want to drink a bunch of man, gross.
I don't think it's for you, dog.
I mean, no baby does either. He's like, nah, what is it?
Yeah.
It tastes like a garage.
I don't think the men doing that spend much time in the garage, Doug.
It's not all happy like mom.
Not those men, right?
Or grizzle.
Tastes like soy.
Yeah.
It's soy milk.
These mammary milk is soy.
Memories.
Murray. Man.
Oh wait. Let's show some Kevin here. What you doing there, Kevin? Is that Elon Monk?
Hello.
Now, what's that for? That's a one-off NFT?
Yeah, that's a monkey of sorts.
It's Elon Monk.
Yes, exactly. It's Elon Monk.
Is this one that's given out?
It's one of the customs.
Yeah.
For my, I have a customs collection, and so it has a bunch of. It has a piece of utility from like everything that we're doing and everything we will do, but they're very expensive. So like for me, it's 2 ETH if you want to get one from me, but I have guest artists and it's 0.5 ETH, so they're a lot more affordable for people who want to get on that collection. And I think the floor of the collection right now is 0.5, so I might be raising the prices soon.
So can I do a guest monkey?
You can be a guest artist. Yes, you can.
Do I have to match that style, or is it?
No. Here.
No, we all get very different styles. Yeah.
Everybody's free to be yourselves.
Except
looking one, but you're going to show
Doug
me.
can't be himself.
Yeah.
Share screen.
Well, I've opened the StarCraft one, but you can show a video, I'm assuming.
So this is the Funky Monkey Front House Genesis Customs Collection. Like I said, floor price is 0.5, so that's for the ones that are available on resale. There's only 10 right now.
What is there? Is that just the generic OpenSea upload contract, or do you have a dedicated contract?
No, it's the OpenSea customs, or when you create a collection.
Yeah.
Oh man, is that the young ones? I wish someone had got me to do that. That'd been awesome.
Yeah.
That's not fair.
The cheapest one too.
I don't understand at all what you guys are talking about. What are you talking about?
So they're all monkeys, right?
Yeah.
But they're, people can say, hey, I want to, and they're all obviously parodies because it's like, hey, this isn't really Magneto. It's a Magneto monkey. And his name is
Monknedo.
Monknedo,
Yeah,
that's right.
I did Monkey Myers in 5. I don't know what that one.
And so people just they come up, they go to the. I have a channel in my Discord called. You want to show the fire bat? Here's the one.
Well, I just took it on my thing just because you were on about it.
Yeah, this one that Rabbit just finished a couple weeks ago.
Neat. That's really good.
And so you just have to, be in my Discord. You're a guest artist. I give you the guest artist label or whatever it is. And so when people come in and they want to get a custom, but they don't want to get it from me because I'm crazy expensive, they go through the guest artist samples in the guest artist channel, and then they tell me who they want to use, and
I see. Okay.
And that's how it works.
Everyone's very different as well.
Had already bought an NFT of some sort to get into your channel. Am I right?
No. My channel's open to everybody.
Open to everybody.
Yeah.
And so, this is independent of the collections that you've already launched.
Yeah, this started out, I was going to add these to the Funky Monkey Frat House collection, and then they were just going to be really, really unique when I thought uniqueness was what sold NFTs.
Boy, were you wrong.
I know.
Boy, were we off on that.
But since then, I couldn't add them to the collection, so I made them a collection of their own. And then I just, like I said, because they're so expensive, right? Somebody going to pay 2 ETH, which they have, for me to do one of these. Then every time I create another collection, like I have the Chads coming out, right? Well, 5% of the whatever the utility is from the Chads, which is, as you know, it's the Rads. The customs get that 5% shared amongst them. Right now, that's 279, but there will be a total of 502 Genesis customs in this whole collection. Excuse me. And so so they'll be sharing from here on out. Like I've got a bunch of collections like planned for the future, and they'll all have some of that. Oh, here Matt wants to show one of his latest monkeys.
Awesome.
That's great.
Okay.
Oh yeah. That's my favorite. Screw John Wick, the Egon one's great. It's so good.
Great.
I got a link. If it shows up here,
Yeah.
Of course, this is without the
it's like
background.
Lionel meets Link.
Yeah. Yeah, throw the tail in there to kind of help distinguish that. He's like a
the hand of the
different kind
tail
of
make it a monkey.
yeah.
That's great. I love it.
Different.
Yeah, and so my guest artists, for people who are just like, hey, can I be a guest artist? It's like, no, I have to actually know and trust you. So just random people can't just come up and join the club.
Those are really good.
But these are also artists that I get a lot of job offers in this space. And so I will, because I'm too busy to take almost all of them, I will divert them to one of the guest artists, and then I'll send them to the guest. It's like, who do you like? What are you looking for? And then I'll show them samples from the artists that they.
I forgot about that one, man. The Spike Spiegel one's so good.
Oh, thanks.
Man, I need to step up my anime game. I haven't done any anime in ages, and it's my biggest thing. You did all the best ones as well. You're going Jujubei and everything, man. It's not fair.
you got Sailor Monkey in there.
I'm not bothered about the Sailor Moon one, but has there been any Demon Slayer ones yet? Because I would love to do one.
No, not yet.
So good.
No, but Eden's supposed to be doing a Tenjiro.
Well, it doesn't have to be Tenjiro. There's a million characters. What about I forgot her name.
That's great.
No, that's really good.
That is great.
Bill Murray makes me laugh. Oh, I forgot.
Very nice guy.
Completely transformed when as soon as I saw that. Yeah, that's awesome.
Question,
That was
everybody. Is everybody here just doing NFT stuff? Is that what I'm hearing and seeing?
Yeah, pretty much.
Are anyone working on comics now?
No.
No,
I'm
not
working
right
on a comic, but I'm not a comic artist, I suppose.
Doug, are you working on a comic?
You know me, always.
You're working on everything.
Dude, I've been getting like calls from Hollywood. 3 calls this week.
No kidding.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Is any explanation for that?
I don't
No
know. So
idea.
waiting on the from Jim live action.
No, I don't got the rights to that. But,
Oh, that's a shame, man. That'd be awesome.
Fox Primetime show and 2 movies.
So are you putting on hold, like doing Kickstarters and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How long I'm definitely, I mean, that, I'm definitely, I want to get on Bigfoot Bill 3. And I've been coloring, my colorist is working on Earthboy Jacobus, the hardbound re-release of that. And, but there's no rush. And with printing and fulfillment and all that, I'm not ready to go through all that.
Holy crap, dude. I went to the post office the other day. Well, actually, it wasn't a post office. It was a letterbox place. But it was $7 to send media mail.
Yeah.
Wow. Are you serious?
Holy crap.
And I'm telling you, this is the other thing is the audience is always wrong. They say the customer's always right. The customer's always wrong. Because they all say like, hey, Doug, just do a book. Oh, when are you going to do a book? Do an Earthworm Jim book, Earthworm Jim. And then, but they don't understand. And then you have to pay, forward charge what it costs to ship and print. Yeah. And they're going to say, why did you do a book? Why are you making a book? I don't want to buy it. It costs so much. You're a ripoff artist. So never listen to your fans is the lesson. Remember that, kids. Never. Because they just don't understand and they won't pay it. I mean, when it comes, I can see already what is going to happen to our cost is just going to be outrageous. So yeah, so I'm willing to be as patient as I want, and I'm not in any kind of a rush. In fact, it's a good problem to have because everyone wants one. So that's good.
Yeah.
You're going to have to wait till I figure out the business model.
Yeah.
Yeah, the business model is NFTs. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's the thing is NFTs. Look,
like
free.
I never want to ship anything ever again.
It doesn't cost anything to make, doesn't cost anything to ship. So I don't see the problem here.
Yep.
But at some point you got to itch that storytelling itch.
Oh, absolutely. That's what kills me is I want to tell the story. Yeah. I really love doing sequential art and sitting at the table and drawing. It'd be different if I had an audience of probably a guaranteed 10,000 to 15,000 people buying my stuff like they do other garbage, then I would probably do it, but they're not. And so I don't think the audience is really there in crowdfunding it to any significant size. It's good. It's small and it's good, but it's just not enough to sway my schedule yet. It'll happen, and I'm confident it'll happen. Just give me some time.
So the Hollywood stuff, is that writing?
One is a write and direct, and then 2 of them are one is a primetime animated series that they want me to show. And I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do any of that. The only thing I would ever do is write because I can't move to Hollywood. So
yeah, because it's hell.
Well, I would love to, just, I can't.
You're like, can you move your studio to San Diego?
Yeah, I would love to be in San Diego. But I can't move the family now. It's one of those things. And I'm going to have to get over that. My homesickness for California.
Really? You miss it that bad?
I really do. I really love, I'm just born and raised. So it's just, it's
the only place I miss is Hermosa Beach.
Yeah, well, and everyone's telling me about how California's ruined. They're like, Doug, you don't understand. Like, this place is becoming a dump.
Yeah.
And I'm, but still, you go outside and you just jog year round. I love it.
Yeah, the weather is pretty ideal, especially if you're by the beach.
Yeah.
Can't complain.
But the Hollywood thing is weird, Mike, because I hadn't heard anything from anybody for like 2 years.
Yeah.
And then suddenly in 1 week, I get 3 calls from 3 different people. And so tomorrow I've been doing Zoom meetings. I'm sending them pages and stuff, just kind of writing. It's like setting shows and writing pilots and all that stuff.
It's you know what? You have to thank Joe Biden.
Yeah, it's all the fun work. It's all the fun stuff with none of the hard stuff that is actually production. So
that's rad, dude. Congrats.
Yeah, I like it. It's a compliment. I feel really good about either way. I go, wow, I have a feeling that they feel like something is wrong with Hollywood, like they need to go back and find some older school stories. And those are the kinds of things that I tell. So I don't know. And the people I'm talking to are not woke, because woke people would never work with me. But these are some of but these are huge people. One of them in particular is a pretty big producer.
That's
big
awesome.
Fat guy?
Huh?
It's a big fat guy.
He's not a big fat. He's big.
Yeah.
He said he was huge. So.
He's huge.
Is he calling you from jail?
Yeah, from jail. I'm big in jail. My name is Harvey. His name is Harvey. He does great work. You might have heard.
His couch is really comfortable.
Yeah. I sent him a potted plant as a present.
Or a pack of cigarettes.
Pack of cigarettes.
This is your human trafficking connection. I see.
It's all come together.
I just died on Slither. I made it to 9,000. Rip off. I hate this game. I hate everything. Why?
So, Doug, how many NFT collections have you done so far?
I come up to I've done 6 in public. I've got 1 secret private one. I've been doing secret private ones, like where I don't put my name on them. Yeah. No one knows about them, and none of them sell. That's how
the experiment is successful.
Yeah, they're just they are an experiment. It really is like I'm just having fun making this set, and so I set up the website. It's ready to mint, and it says 0 sold out of 2,500. And I just don't know what to do with it. I just kind of leave it there. I just kind of go, well, let's do another. And then I do another. So that's kind of my thing I'm into now.
Keep them going.
Stealth drops. No one sees it. And no one buys anything. I'm going why are you making this?
So I can write off my time.
I can't. Dude, my finances went just completely disaster last week. It was a fiasco.
Yeah.
It was a rough year. I've pretty much lost everything I made last year. Almost everything I made. Have nothing to show for it. Because I took everything out of Bitcoin late and then it's all down. But as long as I don't sell it, I'm fine. But, and by the way, I think it's going to go lower. That's the shocking thing is that crypto is far more tied to the dollar than I ever thought it was. And I think the economic, it was always said to be a hedge against inflation and a hedge against the economy. I think that's all false. I think we're in, and by the way, the stock market, you ain't seeing nothing. That thing is going to crater. And I think the economic disaster we're heading into has me concerned. I mean, nothing scares me, but we're gonna be in trouble because of the fundamentals are so far off. The fundamentals are so bad.
Yeah, I think we're gonna probably be headed down for probably another 2 or 3 months, maybe 4 months. So yeah, I'm actually gonna be trying to put stuff into other investments.
Yeah.
So when you make money with Ethereum and whatever, do you pull it out right away and put it into a bank, or do you?
No. I try to leave everything into crypto.
Yeah.
Leave everything.
Yeah. So I have some in USDC.
Yeah, that's
and then Ethereum and Bitcoin.
And is that for tax reasons, so you don't get taxed on pulling it out?
Oh no, I eat it in taxes because I claim everything anyways. So
I just do it because I hate USD.
Yeah, That's the bigger thing is your USD is worth 10% less than it was a year ago. So your USD and the Bitcoin as soon as you cash it out to USD, it has the same problem. It's down 10%. So that's the bigger thing that I was saying is that Bitcoin needs to be it needs to get removed from the market. That is, it needs to create its own economy where people can actually buy and sell everything using Bitcoin, using all crypto. And that's what it needs so that you start thinking in terms of crypto instead of in terms of dollars. But right now it's all still tied to the dollar. And so that's its biggest problem, in my view. And it's small and manipulated by whales.
Yeah.
And it's a problem. So if I could get out, I would probably get a lot more out than I have, but I can't get out now because of last week.
Yeah, I sold all my Bitcoin in December.
Yeah, I got out of at least half of it between December and February. But still, I didn't get out at the peak. It was up at 68. I didn't start pulling out till it was down to about 54, I think. So it had already lost, 20%, 10%.
But when did you get it?
I got it both low and all the way up. So I got it as low as I think it was 34,000. No, 42,000 when I started getting it on up to 68. So.
Yeah, I got mine. The latest I bought my or the most I paid for my Bitcoin was 9,000. And then I sold what I had left when it was about, I think it was shy of 50. So,
yeah.
I know this is supposed to be like this happy welcome to the NFT space, Jason, but
yeah. But I invited Doug.
Yeah, I know. I'm so terrible, Mike, because this is my problem with all NFTs is I keep saying like I could make so much money if I was a liar. It's like I can't lie. So I just tell people like this is actually what's happening. And they go, dude, where's the pump? Where's the let's go, bro? I'm like, no, it's not let's go. It's like that isn't what I think. And other people I see them just do that all day just to make a buck. They're like, okay, we're gonna really do this. Let's go. We're bros. I'm like, you're lying. You're lying.
Well, for me, I've been through. Gosh dang it! Is this my third bear market? This might be my third bear market. So I just know that this, the decisions people make, the things people invest in during the bear market, is what makes them wealthy during the bull market.
Yeah. Yeah. And you want to buy in the bear market. I mean, this is when you buy when it's down. I was buying all the way up, or not buying, but I was getting my Bitcoin dumped on me, or my Ethereum, and I was converting it out to Bitcoin on the way up.
Well, it's not just that, dude. It's like, dude, when did the freaking like CryptoPunks and 48 Block, those days came out during the bear, right?
Yeah.
And then like it's the smart people who were looking at the future basically and buying into stuff during the bear, and then the bulls came by, and that's when everybody FOMOs and everything goes crazy, and it's a lot more fun, but it's like this is the time you want to be doing your building, and so that's what we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean, Doug, by you could lie? How would you lie about an NFT series that you're launching?
I just think the whole thing is really built on a basic level of dishonesty. That's my opinion of most of both crypto and NFT market, is because it went social, because it's social. Like they talk about communities. What community pumps up the dollar and says, "Hey guys, let's go get some US dollars"? It doesn't have a community. Doge has a community. Hathaway. Yeah, Doge has a community of super fans that are like fanatical about getting people into Doge coin.
Yep.
And I think they make up for with enthusiasm what it lacks in stability. And I see a lot of it in NFTs too. I mean, NFTs, dude, Azuki Apes just flat out was admitted to being on 3 rug projects before the Azukis, and he put out the Azukis. These are projects that have brought in like $160 million. Like, that is rampant fraud. That means he made the set, made promises, and left. There's a lot of that. There's too much of that going on in NFTs for it to be stable.
He didn't actually rug pull Azuki though.
He didn't, but it's another rug pull.
No, but people found out that that's kind of his MO.
Yeah, and so it went from 30 ETH per Azuki, it went down to 8 ETH per Azuki.
Oh man!
So, and by the way, Azuki, that 8 ETH Azuki, that is after everyone punished him for being a liar. He still did better than any project Mike and I have been involved in. So the biggest dishonest public liar is more successful than legit artists and businesses. That's what's wrong with NFTs. And it's not going to fix itself because it keeps getting rewarded. Everything people say, like you have to dox your crew, you don't have to dox your crew. The highest sales go to crews that have not been by anonymous people. They say that you have any rule that they say is not legit, stable, and true. So I see a lot of deception, a lot of people BSing themselves and not calling it what it is, which is it is operating as a speculative commodity market where the art doesn't matter and people are trading tokens to basically legally gamble, buy low, sell high.
I think most people in NFTs now, at least in these communities, understand what they're getting into.
I agree.
So that's why for them it works, because they're like, hey, we're all in this.
Yeah. But my thing, so to me, where the lie comes in is that I just don't see people go in and just say, you know what? I don't care about the art. I just want to pump the value of this thing to sell the floor to someone else or pump this coin up in it for the money and nothing else matters. And I'm going to use my friends and use words like community, but I would never do this to any real community. Like, that would be telling the truth. And that may be the business we're in. But I'm only saying I wish there was more honesty on that. What bugs me is how much dishonesty is there, where people really do. There's this veneer where you're not allowed to talk about it. They are not allowed to bring it up. Everyone knows it, and they cannot bring it up. Can't say it. That the art doesn't matter. And this is a token we're trading. And everyone show warmth and enthusiasm toward this thing so the value goes up.
So you're saying they launch these things, and when you say they pull the rug out or they rug it, it's like the price drops after they've artificially inflated it?
No, a rug just means that they, like, some rugs are super rugs. I mean, that's where they'll mint out a set, that is, they'll sell, like, say, a set of 10,000 pieces, and you'll get a little piece of placeholder art, and then in a week there'll be the reveal. Okay. And they just say, there's no reveal. We didn't do any art. We sold you NFTs. Goodbye.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. And rug? It's happened a lot. It's a rug.
Okay, I've never heard that.
It's the craziest thing to me too. I mean,
yeah,
dude, the hard work in making an NFT is building the community that'll support it, right? Huh. And if you've got the community, then if you just help, you maintain that community.
Yeah,
that's what you want, is the community that will continue to support other projects that you do in the future. It's like,
just like anything. Yeah,
I don't get even the idea of someone who would spend all that time and money to freaking rug pull a community. It doesn't compute in my brain.
Yeah, it's weird. But the real thing is, Jason, if you want to get in and have fun, there's no rule against getting in and having fun.
Yeah.
And just doing your own thing. That's the other thing, is like with all art mediums, is it doesn't have to be, it's just that's the other thing, is like it's a bunch of followers. So everyone does the same thing just because the other guy did it. And there really isn't enough innovation and thinking outside of the box because it can do anything and it can be anything you want it to be. So just like almost any art medium. But the culture is like, if you want to make money, you have to do this. For instance, build a community. You don't have to build a community, actually. You may not sell anything, but you don't have to.
Yeah.
Well, you don't have to do anything.
Yeah, you don't have to do anything.
And your communities are mainly on like Discord and stuff, I'm understanding.
Yeah, and I barely do it because I hate Discord. And I have friends in the community, and I don't like selling friends NFTs that can go down in value. So I want to keep them low priced. And then all the collectors who are whales and stuff, they want to jack the price up. They're like, screw your friends. We just want to pump these things to drop them on someone else. So there's a bit of a culture within the community where we have actual community, but therefore it is not going to do good NFT business, because NFT community is more like, if you just go look at video footage of the Bored Ape Yacht Club parties they have in Florida, it's like the movie. What's the movie with the Wall Street movie with all the guys day trading?
Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah, it's like Wolf of Wall Street.
Okay.
Seriously, that is the culture that I would say somewhere between that and like a Cheech and Chong Bong movie.
No, literally, the Meta Bounty Hunters party, he was one of the keynote speakers.
Who was?
The Wolf of Wall Street dude.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. So I come from art, but a lot of NFTs is run by venture VCs, venture capitalists, and all those, and stock traders and stuff. And I think it's culturally making the whole thing go wrong, destabilize, crash. You're not going to get innovation. It is not going to culturally be much for long, because people need art. And I don't know how much they need day trading.
I'm not so hoity-toity about it.
No, it's just I'm an artist, and I just go, I do wish it was for art, is all.
Yeah,
cool.
But since we don't understand, day trading and stockbroking, doesn't mean that is not going to. It doesn't mean that's going to crash and stop existing.
Well,
right?
Also, look, man, there are like purist artist NFT guys out there who are producing, NFTs to collectors who are.
I've seen amazing art.
Yeah, amazing, and they're making money, but that and profile picture NFTs are totally different things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's probably what I'm going to start developing more, guys, is more like one-of-one fine art stuff. And I'll always be doing PFP sets just because they're fun to make. But sometimes I release them anonymously and no one will ever see them. I got the most bitchin' sets, man. And then I'm also developing product for my own line, the actual Eternal Clay line. We have a new set that we're working on that is involving probably the most unique programming and probably the most eloquent programming in all of NFTs that I've seen yet. We have, between my friend Mark Lorenz and I, we have 60 years of gaming experience. And everyone else in NFTs, I just don't see it. They do not have 60 years of gaming experience on any project. And there's very little innovation. Like they'll do a knockoff of Flappy Bird and call it a game. This is an actual unique, pretty cool experience. With my guy, he came up with the AI for The Sims and for the Lord of the Rings real-time strategy game and things like that. He was the guy that did Earthworm Jim 2, the Lorenzo soil level. Like he's an actual inventor, one of my best friends from 1984. And we were working on this stuff together. and I'm almost positive it won't sell a single item.
Sounds good though.
Yeah. Oh, it's the best. It's the coolest thing. We're making cool stuff.
Are you going to tell people that it's yours, or you? Just
oh yeah, this one. Yeah, this one will be because it's Eternal Clay. It'll be public, so it'll be a new set that you'll see us pump it. It'll be within the month, probably in the next 2 weeks. You'll start to see animations of it and little stuff. So.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
It's going to be cool. But you work on it because you love doing stuff. But at some point, because my NFTs they're not, the normal sets don't sell anything. There's no inventory to sell. So I have to do some more art and start putting it out there, because Eternal Clay sold, there's no inventory left to sell. Board Doodle Punk Club, no inventory, and no secondary market is turning. And then, but I still have Eternal Clay pets. So I got to come out with some more sets. But we just released Splat Cats on Binance, was yesterday, and we sold like 8 NFTs in 2 days, Mike.
Oh wow!
Let's go. And Binance, like no one in America can even get it. Like they can't. There's not a robust Binance NFT community on Twitter.
Yeah, I haven't even looked into it.
Yeah. So these are 2 companies. They're out of Europe. They go, we want to do a set with you. And I'm like going, I have a lot of collectors that are trying to buy these and they can't even get Binance coin.
Oh, was this a collection? Was it one of yours or one of the ones you did for hire?
No, this is one of mine. I did one of my own for it. So this is our own team doing it. Yeah, the one I did for hire was Ape Liquid. The Liquid Legends.
How'd that do?
It's huge because they're all community. They're a legit community.
Yeah.
Like they started their whole thing doing a Spaces show. That's all they do was Spaces shows. And they have like four or five partner sets that they did. And so that was a great project. And they're a great community too. They're incredibly active. Very middle class is what I like about them.
So it sold well?
Yeah, it sold out. Sold out, I think, in 2 weeks.
Nice.
They just got their blue check mark, and the floor's going up. So even during everything cratering the last 2 weeks, the floor's been going up.
Yeah. So are they marketing your stuff?
No, they'll mention it, but I just, in a way, my stuff, I just really believe you have to build your own community. I don't think it's right to go and take someone else's. So I go on their site, on their community, and just kind of enjoy it. I'll talk about my stuff a little bit, but communities don't want to hear about other communities. They really.
I think it just depends on the community. Like in the frat house, we're very, dude, if you have a project you like, freaking go ahead, talk about it all you want. Then there's other sites that are like, no, you can't mention other projects here. I'm like, no, what?
Yeah. What I don't like is people that don't participate in a community and then
try to
Then I'm like, dude, get out of here.
Like, who are you?
Yeah.
We can see that you just joined 20 minutes ago.
It's GM fan, and then GM fam, and then the next link is to another project.
Yeah.
All right. I got to go to bed. It is 10:30.
Hi, bro. Thanks for coming in.
Hey, thanks for the invite. I appreciate it. Guys, it is great to hang with you again. Yeah. Good to see everyone working.
Good seeing you, Dad.
Yeah. Good seeing you guys. Sorry for dragging the room down, but
no, it's great. It's great.
It's just it's a reality check. That's all.
That's nice to have some realism.
Yeah. Well, and we're all in this together, so everyone's crypto goes.
We're gonna make it.
Edwin, in black and white. I love him. It's been a while, dude.
Fresh. What's going on, Doug?
I'm just sleeping off.
Leaving.
God's richest blessings on you. It's great to see you again, buddy.
Aloha, sir. So what did I miss? What good times did I miss?
Good times, the bad times, all of the times. I think
it was Doug, what's that called? Eulogizing the crypto NFT market.
Pretty much.
No, crypto NFT market is still got so much headroom. It's just it's going to change over time, and the projects with the best value propositions and the projects with the best communities will continue on.
No, I think that too. Everyone always thinks something. Everyone else makes opinions about something new every single time it happens.
You know what? I just came up with a new utility today while I was in the shower.
Good. Well, maybe not good. It depends.
But hey,
it's a soap on the rope NFT.
Hey, let me write that down. Let me run this by you because I wouldn't want to have to do all the technical stuff myself. I don't know who I could get to do it. I'm sure I could sucker someone into doing it. But what if you sold an NFT collection as ETH 2.0 nodes?
As nodes?
As nodes, because you need 32 ETH to set a node up, right?
Right.
And so if you sold, 100 ETH worth or 96 ETH worth of an NFT collection, you could then buy 3 nodes, and then when ETH 2.0 comes out, the money that comes in from the nodes could be distributed to the NFT holders.
Oh, interesting. I see what you're saying. Because I was thinking there's already NFTs as node projects, but you're talking about going from proof of work to proof of stake.
Yes.
You would have to have the exact right market timing. It's possible.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. It's like you do it now while ETH's in the dirt. Right? You launch while we're at the bottom of the market, and then when ETH 2.0 comes up and it starts making residuals, boy, that's way bigger bang for your buck than if you buy in when ETH is 5K.
It's possible. It's possible. I'd have to think through the ramifications of that and chart it out. But yeah, it's certainly possible. We should say goodnight to a couple of people. Andrew Hayes says, well, it's getting late. Night all.
Good night, Andrew. Thank you for popping in.
It's only 4:30 in the morning.
Wally Peyote. What a great name. What a great name. This sounds like a gentleman of quality, and I can tell because he says, Edwin, I like watching you. I like the cut of your jibs. Flattery will get you everywhere, sir.
Through the window.
Edwin, did you notice Jason Brubaker is here for the first time in 2 years?
I did. Which is probably what you're thinking. Maybe another 2 years from now, you're writing it on the calendar. Once every 2 years is about right.
No, I had to take a hiatus, and I'm kind of diving back into creative stuff again. So.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
you got everything. You got everything shipped out and delivered. You're kind of. Are you working on anything now, or are you taking a breath?
I am doing NFT stuff right now. I've been kind of slowly getting into it, but not really participating in anything. But just, I'm working with Macroverse to try to do NFT stuff with them, and so I'm looking at it as a learning experience to understand it, and then hopefully I'll be able to make some decisions after things actually come out. So. Yeah, but I haven't done a whole lot of stuff in the last year and a half.
No, it's exciting stuff, and I think I was showing some of Mike's stuff to some of the people over at Avalanche. One of the Avalanche is one of the blockchains, so it's an L0. It's not an L1, right? It uses the EVM, but it's one of the sort of.
You mean it's an L1, not an L2?
Well, it doesn't branch off of anybody, right?
No, yeah, that's like ETH is an L1.
Yeah, L1, yeah, whatever. The terms are not well defined, right? The terms are not well defined, but it's not a scaling solution for ETH.
We're making this up as we go along, people.
Pretty much, yeah. It's not a scaling solution for ETH, if that makes sense. So it's not like Polygon or something, right?
Right.
I was going to say, but I was showing one of the foundation members is a comic book fan, so I was showing him some of Mike's art, and then one of the largest exchanges over on Avalanche has just created their own NFT gallery and marketplace and auction house with all kinds of extended. And one of the things they want to do is make it easier for artists to launch collections and have more art-based collections. As opposed
the
to,
idea of more art-based, that's good.
Yeah. Stuff with more one-of-ones, if you will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It makes a lot more sense.
Yeah. And I think that's what needs to come forward to a degree. I mean, a lot of the stuff is cool, but like, even though Mike has done stuff like in the ape or monkey genre, he's kind of elevated it more than some of the other people who have spun off like, generative monkey or ape art. It's there's a lot more customs in his project. It's a higher level of generative art. Zach's Madams and Monsters is cool. I was looking at some of the stuff that Siege was doing. What are you doing, Mr. Brubaker?
Where's Siege?
I'm just making an NFT collection set right now. I'm almost done. So, but I'm not responsible for like putting it together and launching it and all that stuff. So I'm just doing the art. So yeah, that's what I'm doing.
That's a great thing about NFTs, because it launches this other method for artists to get their art out there, and they don't necessarily have to handle the technical aspects like what you're doing.
Yeah. And there's quite a few different NFTs that I have that we've been working on the last year. So some of them are tied to my comics, and so you get access to behind the scenes stuff. And then there's there's guest artists doing guest versions of my covers, and then there's this profile picture set that I'm making right now too. So yeah, I've been making a lot, but just none of it's dropped yet. So, and it's been like over a year since I've been starting to work on getting involved with it, but just very
it's like Nolan,
dabbling.
Right? How long has he been working on Punching Pandas?
Yeah, I don't know what his goal is with it. I talked to him maybe 3-4 months ago about that. Yeah. I haven't seen anything. I haven't talked to him recently though.
Nolan likes to hang out in the chat and wait for his.
I was saying he was here somewhere. I guarantee it.
Mike, you've got a compliment here from Mark Davies. He says that shading is fantastic, and I'll be right back.
I try. Yeah, I think I've gotten a lot better at coloring since I've been doing NFTs, because like just doing the customs and where I'm just coloring all the customs myself, I think has really taught me to hone this particular skill, because I always thought I sucked at coloring. But
you get better at it as you go, I think.
Yeah. Practice. See, that's the thing for me. It's like, all right, I'm going to sound like a braggart, but it's like when I picked up the quill and the brush and stuff, I mean, literally, I got a job inking as a quill inker after one practice page.
Oh, man, that's cool, man. That doesn't sound braggy to me. I'm great at color, but inking I couldn't do for crap. That's what I'm
saying. It's like freaking coloring for me I never could it never clicked. I still don't think I'm that good at it. I mean, I know how to shade and stuff, but I'm not really good with color palettes and all that kind of stuff. And
that's it. It's just, but it's a different medium, isn't it? Color is.
Yeah.
Because you're a comic book artist, obviously I've never been one of them. I've always been a painter, so I understand that side of it. It's nice to hear the difference, though. I always find it interesting.
Yeah, it's a big difference.
Yeah. Because I mean, I can't. I mean, I've said it before. I hate inking. I was trying. I'm like, well, I ruin my picture every time I try and ink it. So I don't even bother anymore. I just paint. I don't do sketches. I just paint, and that's it. Yeah, but it works for me. So everyone has their own style, right?
So, Mike, when did Lone Star and Jim Dum Dum Dugan or Duggan have a son? When did
that, sir, is a Chad? I'll have you know.
Oh, the Chad.
Yeah, this is the all the different NFT collections that I've worked on. Plus, hold on a second. Why isn't this working? Turn on background color. There we go. So we're doing a Metaverse Expo here in July. And so I'm taking all of the ones that I've done, which is here you've got, let me use my pinchy fingers. So obviously you've got the monkeys, you've got the cyclowns. Here, let me turn the colors on.
Still looking forward to seeing them.
You got cyclowns, you've got the Chads, and then we're sharing booth space with Cyber Hornets. So here we have a Cyber Hornet, and then they're bad guys that Elliot did, the Animus collection, and then appears the bats from the comics. And no, that's not a monkey face; it's a bat face. And then Pluto Alliance, which is my first project. Oh, I should throw BitBoy in there. Never mind. And then this is for the Muhammad Usman NFT collection that we're doing. And then this is a secret one, but it'll be out by then. And then the Meta Bounty Hunters. Superhero G for some inexplicable reason, and then the Den of Dragons. So this is my NFT project mashup superhero splash page.
It's your multiverse.
It's my multiverse.
I love it.
And then we'll be doing this probably as a t-shirt for the show.
Homeboy in the back looks a little Keanu Reeves Matrix.
I said the same thing.
Whoa,
A little bit,
dude. Whoa.
Little bit.
It's those glasses that do it.
Yeah.
I know kung fu.
So he's got a what do you call it? A haptech glove on.
Oh.
I'm looking forward to seeing this finished, dude, because I remember I saw it in the chat earlier. I saw the pencils or the sketch, then the inking. Now I've seen the flats, and now you saw the shading.
You guys want to watch it come to life?
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
This is fun. Matrix feel to the secret project. Yeah, it's more or less cyberpunkish type of thing. So
I always like watching good artists do sketches. It makes me feel better about what I do.
Dum Dugan. He's a Chad. So yeah, this is part of our what'll be a little marketing campaign at the expo, because we're gonna make these shirts up and then tell people and then give them away, and then tell people that we'll have spotters out there, and if someone spots you wearing the shirt, then you can get a free NFT.
Nice.
Yeah.
I might even fractionalize this as the NFT we give away.
Very
Or as
cool.
then
Well, I'm seeing more projects that are including comic books with their metaverse projects, straight up NFT projects beside the Hornets project.
Yeah, actually, I just had a meeting with another project that wanted to do like a series of different comics for a bunch of different characters in their NFT line, and I'm like, "Oh, let me know. I'll hook you up with some creators because I ain't doing it." Hey, Gary Shipman. Good night. God bless and keep you as well.
He's not been on there in ages.
Wiley says stop fractionalizing things. Why?
Yeah, but what'd you think, Jason? Kind of a fun time to jump in, an interesting angle to jump in.
As far as my thoughts on NFTs,
Yeah,
I think it's really interesting. Yeah, I've just kind of been holding off on giving an opinion online until I've actually dropped things, and so that's why I've been so silent for a while now. But yeah, it's interesting too now that I'm coming back online and seeing everybody's doing it. It's like not even it's not even a few people, it's everybody. So
well, it's not everybody. It's the people who are into it and the people who still deride it.
But to be fair, I didn't understand it at all until Mike asked me to be involved in it as either. I still don't understand half of it, to be honest.
Yeah, unless you have a job like where you have to, work at the studio, you're doing NFTs. It seems like
it's better money than selling a commission, right?
Oh yeah,
it seems to be generally so. Plus, you have to do less work because I hate to say, but most commissions are you put more work into than you do for a monkey. Not that I'm saying that I don't put the work in because I do. But you know what I mean? It's not as hard because also there's like smaller things. NFTs aren't like, they're not made for big production or printing, are they? They're just for digital viewing. Like yours are like 1,000 by 1,000 pixels, aren't they, Mike? So
yeah,
they're not that big. So I do mine at like bigger. Obviously, I know you shrank mine down, but if I was doing my normal stuff, I'm doing it at like 400, 500 DPI. Like massive.
I did 1,000 by 1,000 because one of the early tutorials I was watching for hash lips said to do 1,000 by 1,000 pixels. So that's why my first couple of projects were that dimension. But I've been doing them bigger lately because I don't think it really.
All right. I was always curious to know why. Because they're like the square, because it always makes me think of Instagram. When Instagram was, because that's the size of it. Well, it's not. It's like an avatar on like anything, I suppose. But I don't know what people use What do people use their NFTs for? They might use them to sell, make money, move money around, and all that. But what do they use them for other than that?
For what?
NFTs, right? So you've got your NFT, you've collected your NFT, like these customs. Mm-hmm. What do they use them for, other than just having them in the wallet of crypto?
Oh, they use them as profile pictures mostly, and then
they do use them. And
then thinking ahead, some of the a lot of the stronger NFT teams look for collabs and look to secure airdrops for their holders, and then a lot of the NFTs have a direct function as like a game avatar or
a game avatar makes sense. Yeah, I get that. I don't know what an airdrop is, but I understand game avatar.
I was just thinking about working class heroes. Working class monkeys.
Working class monkeys. Oh, there's some good pictures I could think of.
Yeah, as soon as you're born, they make you feel small.
Working class, you got to do. What's that movie?
A working class monkey is something to be.
Oh dear.
Superhero.
All right, Wiley Peyote was bringing up some good points about potentially running afoul of the SEC or being in a nebulous status with a fractionalized security, perhaps.
Well, the NFT would have to have some sort of value outside of just whatever people are willing to pay for it on the market, right? SEC is not concerned about,
profile pictures.
A piece of profile picture or whatever. I don't know. I'd have to hear the argument.
I think some of that has to.
Thank you, Wiley.
Some of that has to do with marketing language too, and guarantees. That's why I review docs for a lot of projects, and I'm like, you need to be really careful about these claims you're making here, because you could potentially, But
that's why you gotta make sure people know there's no promises here. You're just getting an NFT.
So, Jason, or is any of your Cithra stuff gonna surface as NFT or different properties?
Eventually, Cithra will. There's some Phobos NFT related stuff coming out, and then Remind related NFT stuff, but not Cithra yet. But and then the collection I'm doing right now is kind of random. Not random, but it's not tied to any series because I'm more exploring. And then if that's depending on how that goes, I might do a series for Cithra, series for Phobos, and things like that. But I just really need to see what happens first and really wrap my head around it more.
One of the things I do is evaluate projects for sustainability and different things. And something I've noticed, one of the things I do is I slide into people's Discords and interact with people or ask questions, not always as myself, but maybe just like an anonymous personality. Okay. And I found that NFT communities are 5,000% more positive than comic book communities.
It's very true.
Everybody's better than that.
Is every so when you started your NFT communities, is a lot of that from the comic book community?
No, almost none of it.
New people.
Yeah, really? It's all new people. There's Nolan in the chat. Nolan, you want the link? Well, somebody send Nolan the link. Let me see if he wants it. Yeah, I got most of my starting community from Pluto Alliance because I did their project, and then I was in their Discord, and I was like, hey, I have my own thing if I want to check it out. So kind of the opposite of what Doug was saying. But it was great because a lot of those guys, they have been here this entire time. They've really stuck it out with me. So, Costin's leaving. Did he leave already?
Yeah, he left a while ago.
He left a while ago. I thought, I hadn't seen him for a while.
Oh, sorry. I didn't notice.
More impressive. Zach's still here.
All right.
I'm getting there, though. The late night is getting to me. Oh, wait, what time is it? No, I got to go.
Oh, no, I wish I had not said anything.
You made me look at the clock. I got to go. I got to get up early.
All right, buddy.
And 2 weeks, though. 2 weeks summer break. And then I don't have to go to bed, so I don't have to get up early anymore.
Dude, come back to the other show on Thursdays.
It's I'll actually be able to stay up late.
Oh.
Yeah, 2 more weeks. 2 more weeks.
All right.
All right, we'll replace you with Nolan.
See, Kevin's got to go too. Everybody's got to go.
Zach down. Yeah, this is only going to go for like another half an hour or so, anyways.
All right. See you, everybody. Later,
Zach.
Edwin, Rabbit, Mike.
Later, Zach.
Later, man.
And welcome, Nolan.
Howdy.
Hey, Nolan.
What are some of Zach's catchphrases?
Zach has catchphrases?
He has a hedgehog? I don't know.
Come check out my Madams and Monsters. They're so hot.
Now what is I was working out with this teenager.
I gotta go to sleep.
Oh yeah, that's right. He has those stories. I forgot about that. Yeah, his workout stories—they're terrifying.
I don't know why this has this selection on this whole time. It's so weird.
What's up?
We're almost caught up to where I am.
There you are. Yeah.
It's a long video.
What did you do it on? Did you do it on Clip Studio or is it filmed on?
No, it was on Procreate.
All right. I can't do this. I use Photoshop, so I have to set up like OBS or something to film what I'm doing, which is a bit annoying. So I don't do it very often.
Yeah, that is the cool thing about Procreate.
Clip Studio has it as well. You can do it on that. Like Photoshop doesn't. But then again, Photoshop has better, stronger painting tools. So, although people do say Procreate is good, but I will never use an Apple ever. I hate them. No, I think they're terrible computers.
Well,
I use Windows. I always use Windows.
Yeah, my dad would have killed me for using an Apple, but I did for a while.
I've tried them. I mean, I've learned them. When I did my music course when I was younger, it was all on Apple, and I hated every minute of it. They're just as bad as PCs. Everyone goes Macs are better, but they're not. They're just the same, really. Except Macs are more. I'm not going to say what I was going to say because it would have been offensive. They're bad. They're just bad. They suck compared to PCs. Everyone has their own operating system they like. Everyone likes a PC or a Mac, I think. I don't know what everyone else uses, but
Linux guys in here.
Linux ain't bad actually. I don't mind Linux. Linux is cool. Macs, it's just Apple I don't like. I don't like Apple because they charge so much for everything.
Oh,
but they make it so Edwin did leave. I didn't know if Steven. He didn't say bye.
He's in the chat. He says, I'm having some lag on my end. Good show tonight. Good show, Edwin. Thanks for popping in.
I tend to have that effect on people.
Yeah, he turned up, dude, and everyone left. Oh, dude, do you have any more Punching Pandas anime stuff? I loved that last one you showed us. That was fantastic.
Oh, the fishing one? I just finished up one that is, let me just see if I can share my screen. Hopefully I don't do something too crazy here. That's not an animation. This is the animation. This one took me a while to do.
Yep. It's got basketball. That's awesome.
Wow, that's great, Nolan.
Oh, man, yeah. I can imagine that took a while. There's 2 balls. It never goes where I expect it to go straight. Wow. That is really good, dude.
Yeah. Those animations take me way too long. Like I want to just, I kind of want to be done with them really soon, so I don't have to.
I mean, you could do some Flash stuff, I suppose.
I hate
keyframe it, but no, yeah, it's terrible. I hate it too.
I use Flash for the roughs, but then so I do the coloring in Photoshop, and then I composite in After Effects, and it's just the worst pipeline. But
yeah, I
kind of have to keep it that way for the rest of them that I have left to do. I don't know how many more I want to do because I'm like it's taking forever.
How many do you have done?
This will be number 23.
Oh man, that's a lot.
What do you do with those then, Nolan?
So I have the original idea was to put them up as animated stickers, like for iMessage and for Line. Line's an app based in Japan. So when I went to look at the licensing expo in Vegas, they had Line the app had a pretty big presence there. So I just thought, it's just something I should check out. And they have a store too, and Apple has it as well, where you can post these animated stickers and so forth.
Oh, that's right. My mom uses Line to talk to all of her family in Japan.
Yeah, I have no clue how to use it. I mean, I think there's an issue that kind of came up where I couldn't really log into my account, and I have no idea who to talk to because I don't speak Japanese. I do have an account there, but the other big brands, like you'll see like Peanuts and Lilo and Stitch and stuff. For whatever reason, Lilo is really big, Stitch is really big in Japan. I have no idea, and I would never have thought that. But I was trying to do these stickers to do that for that, and then then NFTs kind of came around. I thought, well, maybe I can do like a series of it. And I did have them listed on OpenSea for a little bit, for a while, but I never pumped it. So I, just because I was teaching at the time and I didn't really do much marketing for it. And so they just kind of sat there and I just delisted them just recently. And I trying to decide what I should do with them, because on one hand, I do like OpenSea, but I think there's also a part of me that was trying to get a better understanding of the NFT space because of that. Because this might be a discussion after the stream's over, but I did come across like the Dan Olson video about called "Line Goes Up." It's a pretty in-depth critique of crypto in general, and I think there's certainly things that I don't agree with. But at the same time, it also makes me think about what kind of networks I would want to have my artwork on, or at least be able to inform people when they purchase my NFTs, like what are they actually buying. And I think there's a lot of that flipping and hyping going on, that a lot of people who are just rushing into this space are just doing it because they're trying to make a quick buck. But
yep.
I think what's going on right now, I think will help to at least weed out some of the people who are just there for the money and not really there for the principle of what's going on. So
this is gonna shake out all those people. Like when Bitcoin, if Bitcoin goes down to like $22,000, all those weak hands are gonna like freak out, think it's going to zero, and dump their Bitcoin and leave the market, and they won't be back until it's like $100,000. They'll be like, "Oh man, why did I sell at 20?"
Did you ever watch that video though?
I didn't.
It's called "Line Goes Up." It was trending about a few months ago, and I remember it came up at. It's like a 2-hour. It's basically a documentary. It's a 2-hour documentary. This guy, he's just talking, and I do think he kind of comes at it from a bit of a left perspective, like kind of a anti-capitalist. Like there's certain riffs I feel that I kind of get that flavor from him, but there are some things that, for example, or he just brings up certain issues that I think is good to have like an honest critique about the space as a whole. But then there's certain other things too, where it's like he had a critique about, a lot of the people who are able to have leverage in the space are early adopters. But I'm like, that's pretty much the case for any new venture or whatever. Like the people who get in first and take the risk are the ones who usually, get a big upside. I mean,
but that's the thing that people need to think about is that, dude, NFTs are like 2 years old functionally. We are the early adopters, even if we go through these bumps and junks and that's a panda in the clouds.
It is. I was just watching him draw it.
I'm just kind of screwing around. Like I'm not doing I'm kind of not doing a very good job at this, but I'm just trying this out, just seeing what.
I like what you say. It's like my studio guy. He's mixing my album. He bought Bitcoin at £1,000 basically for one. Yeah. So I mean that was a long time ago.
Did he keep it?
He's still got it. It's his backup money for when buying a house, basically. He's kept it there just where he's got because obviously it's gone up and down, but he just leaves it there. £6,000 for him. It's never going to go that low again. So
that's right. And he should never sell it. When it comes time he needs to borrow money against it to buy a house, he should take it to like Aave or some sort of. I don't know if Aave does Bitcoin, but I'm sure there's some sort of DeFi that'll allow you to take a loan out against your Bitcoin.
Okay. Well, me and him were discussing about.
And then just boom.
We were discussing cryptocurrency, and neither one of us were like, "No, we don't really get it, but we have some." that's basically how we went. It's in this country. It's a bit different because it's not really a. I mean, they banned one of the. I think it was Coinbase, Binance. One of them, they got banned for a while, and now I think they've redone their company and they can come back in this country. This country's a bit weird with it at the minute, but I mean, it'll tie. It always ends up being fine eventually, I suppose. But I mean, the economy at the minute is nuts anyway. So.
Yeah, I think that I've been a bit more into, but when I say I'm into, it's more like I've listened probably to more, maybe a couple podcast episodes, but at least from what I've heard from like Cardano, I think that when I listen to this Charles Hoskinson speak, at least it sounds like he has principles, whereas other ones are kind of like, hey, we just have faster transaction speeds, and like it's at least he's going to Africa to try to, I'm not trying to be a fanboy or anything, but at least from what I've heard so far, it's quite different than say most other chains I've heard.
See, I mean, I don't know much about any of it. I know that from what I can gather is you've got Bitcoin and then Ethereum and then everything else is kind of like after that, is it?
Well, Cardano is supposed to be the improvement upon Ethereum. So is it? The founder was one of the Ethereum founders.
Okay.
So their approach to it, at least from what I've read, and this is probably totally off, but when Ethereum kind of takes this approach where when problems come up, that's when they'll solve them. Whereas with Cardano, I guess they take a more scientific approach, like a more journalistic approach. So they try to plan ahead for any contingencies before they implement a new feature or implement a new fork, I guess. So it's like, try to anticipate these problems before they happen. Whereas, Ethereum, they kind of just, fly by the seat of their pants, it seems like.
And therefore, Cardano never actually does anything.
Well, that's the critique I've heard. And that's certainly reflected in that you could argue that's reflected in the price action, but they do have what they call it. Was it another fork? I guess it's called Ouroboros, I think. But it's supposed to be it's on schedule. So it's due for June.
Oh, you mean they're just doing an upgrade?
Yeah, but I guess it's supposed to improve. Or I don't know.
You could have Ouroboros. I mean, so it's a snake eating its own tail. I mean, that sounds terrifying.
Well, they have
good.
But in terms of the performance, it's supposed to be fast, much faster than.
I've not heard of it until you mentioned it, but then I'm not up to scratch on all this shenanigans.
I think from what I've heard from him, he kind of I think he comes from it seems like he has a libertarian type of mindset, just the way he talks about the economy not being being propped up, all this stuff. He kind of mentions those talking points. So I don't know, maybe that's something. I mean, I did look up CNFTs, which is Cardano NFTs, and I mean, it's definitely it's all proof of stake, so it's not as environmentally for people concerned about that point, then that's not really an issue there. But it's not quite as mature as say like OpenSea. I mean, definitely not as mature as Ethereum in terms of the NFTs. But you can argue that's an early adopter area, I suppose. Why am I talking so much? I don't even know that much about crypto.
It's because you're on stream and you're on live for the first time instead of
I'm going to record all this mumbo jumbo, my half-baked knowledge.
I'm writing a book and it's all going there.
Yeah, watch me get quoted.
No one said.
I know. I've lost followers ever since
financial advice.
When I posted about my animations and I tagged it with NFTs, I lost followers. So
really?
Oh, of course. Animation. I had some people follow me early on from animation Twitter, and they're not there anymore.
Well, Twitter's not a real thing anyway.
No, yeah. Well, I don't know how many of them are bots anyways. Who knows?
I don't know. Who knows? It's all being shaken up in it nowadays because of Elon.
You can't help the ignorant.
But that's been true forever, unfortunately. It's worse nowadays. I don't even want to talk nowadays. It is terrible nowadays. Yeah. People are idiots.
There was something I was talking about with someone recently too that made me think about that. Not that everybody's idiots, but it's like people take news from the mainstream outlets just because it's just more convenient that way, right?
You just believe anything they're told. That's the thing. Yeah. It really annoys me. It's not just young people, older people. There's a lot of people that just media tells them what to believe, and they believe it. I see it all this time in this country with politics all the time. And I'm assuming it's the same in your country as well. So
yeah,
it's very. I mean, America, your politics are nuts. Your politics make people kill people. It's crazy.
Look, we have. It's more exciting.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I mean, I suck, but I mean, boring. The whole I always remember when you did the Trump thing when he came to power. That thing was crazy.
I was asking my wife the other day because she's Canadian about trying to explain something to my son, and I was like, and then the people in Parliament, what do you? And then I stopped and said, what do you call people? What's the Canadian version of a congressperson? What do you call them? I felt so ignorant. MP.
Well, I mean, I don't know. MPs is what we call them in England, but I don't know. But is it the same in Canada?
Yeah, they call them MPs too.
Okay.
I mean, honestly, it's Canada. Who cares?
I'll have to talk to Kinma about this. Kinma knows all the Canada stuff. All I know about Canada is they have snow, so you can snowboard. That's cool. And they shoot moose. And they look like they could be good eating. That's about all I know about Canada.
They don't shoot them as much as we shoot stuff, okay?
Well, I mean, I've never shot an animal and eaten it, right? I've caught fish out of the sea and I've eaten it. I've caught a shark out of the sea and I've eaten it. It was amazing. But I've never shot a deer. Because let's be honest, fresh meat is the best meat ever. I mean, Michael Ty, his cat hunts all the animals in his neighborhood.
True.
You know how big moose is?
Having what? Yeah, moose. I keep running my whole life, dude. They're freaking huge.
Yeah, people think that
they're like 800 pounds, aren't they?
Yeah, they're massive. They're tanks.
There was one that showed up. There was a video that showed up recently, this last week, of this person just driving by a moose, and they were in an SUV, and the bottom of the moose was. The roof was at the same height as the roof of the car.
Jesus, man, that's so big. Yeah, but that means the meat's all muscle. That means it's so tender.
Yeah.
So that's why I want to eat it, because I don't get it. I'm sorry. I shouldn't talk about it. I like meat. Meat's good.
Well, there's a thing in Russia. I saw a fine. Okay, this might get you banned.
No, yes. Just say
it. No, but no, I'm just saying Russia.
We're not eating pandas, right?
No. Well, so in Russia, they were talking. I forgot what his food show was, but it was must have been Chef's Table or something, and they're trying to talk about Russian cuisine. A lot of times it's just borscht and vodka and whatever this stuff is, and then this fine dining chef was showing just different, authentic Russian traditional dishes, and then on the menu was moose lips, and I was like, moose lips, and then he goes into the refrigerator, pulls out, and it's literally the snout, several snouts of mooses, this, they're kind of floppy and black.
They sound like a cocktail up until then.
I bet you that is very soft, tender meat.
Oh, I get it. Yeah, like ox tongue. And if you have that,
cow tongue, I love cow tongue.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
I went to a Mexican place here. They have if you go to a real authentic taqueria, they'll have basically cow face meat,
cheek and stuff like that.
And it's just such tender. It's so good. It's
I feel sorry for vegans.
I can't remember what it's called, but I mean, I don't want to like have the cow head on the table and be picking at it.
Yeah, but I mean, you would though. I mean, I would if you were there.
Probably.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like when you get a full fish. I mean, I've cooked whole fish with the eyes. My mate wouldn't eat it. He's like, he's looking at me. What? So it tastes good.
Yeah, it's delicious.
Yeah.
Hey, if I could make a hard right turn or left turn, I don't know, whatever, a hard pivot on this conversation. Have any of you been watching, or have any of you seen Hunting Hitler?
No, I haven't. I actually put that. I remember watching that series. Old. It was a while ago now about hunting Nazis, which was with. Was it? No, it wasn't De Niro. Was it Al Pacino? It was a TV series based on hunting. Those.
Wait, what did you say? You were speaking robot there for a second.
Which who? Me or Rabbit?
You were. Maybe it was me, but what was it? What was it?
Oh, I was talking about Hunting Hitler.
He's talking about Hunting Hitler, literally.
Yeah, it's on TV show. It's a series on History Channel. I actually had to get the 7-day free trial on Amazon to see it for History Channel. But no, man, it is freaky because it's like I always knew like Nazis came to South America. It was just, Eichmann got arrested at a Mercedes-Benz factory there and whatnot. And it's like I just always thought they were there hiding, right? But dude, they were there like building the Fourth Reich.
Dude, you need to watch this TV series on about. It's literally about that.
I did. It's called Hunting Hitler. I just watched the.
No. It's not a documentary. It's like a drama, like action kind of thing. It's really good. All right. I'll shut up. You carry on, and I'll send you the link to it just in case you're interested. I think you'll really like it.
Yeah,
it's really good.
I'll check it out. There's this one part where there's this place called I can't remember what it's called, but it was like a freaking hella secure like campground that like it had military style fencing all around it. It had perimeter sensors. Yeah, that's what they are. Perimeter sensors and like the fencing was wired up so that if you could tell when or where someone was breaking in. It had like a tower and like a gun tower and all of this stuff, so you could see for miles around to see if anybody's got and like barricades and all this stuff. And it was this place where they were like imprisoning and like raising up like Hitler Youth type people and all this kind of. It was just crazy. And in the show, you're like, wow, I can't believe they had one of these. And one of the guys who used to be there and was abused as a kid there was like their tour guide. Like they snuck in because like when they went in there officially, like everyone was very hush hush and quiet, and they only let them see certain parts of the place because it's supposed to be like a resort now or whatever. Oh, but then this other guy's like, oh yeah, I'll go show you all the secret stuff. So he showed him like underground tunnels and all this, and the watchtower and all of this different stuff. And then they got when the people who actually worked there found them, they kicked them out like right away. But later in the show, you find out that there were like 750 of these places in Chile. Oh, wow. And it's like each one of them had like 1,000 or 2,000 essentially prisoners in them, but they were all like Nazi camps, like run by like legit freaking heads of the Nazi party in Germany. Like all, except for like a couple of them, like all of the heads of Nazi Germany escaped to South America. Most of them went to Buenos Aires and then up through Uruguay, Paraguay, Chile, Brazil. They're just like all over the place, trying to start World War III or trying to, make nuclear weapons and, build weapons. They had a mechanic shop, like bicycle shop turned into a munitions shop. And like the not Hitler Youth freaking training centers, and just all of this crap is all over down there. And it freaked me out because I'm like, they were testing the Hitler or the Nazis, the scientists, they were testing nukes in Germany before the war ended. Before we nuked Japan, they were testing nukes in Germany. And he didn't just
surprising.
I know. And they didn't lose. It was like Age of Empires. Like when somebody's, your encampment is about to get knocked out. So you send your guys over to the other side of the map and you start building again, right? That's what they freaking did. And they weren't like, okay, well, we're just going to, whatever, we can't do the heavy water and the nuclear fission stuff over in. So they went over there, and freaking Perón funded this Nazi scientist to build a nuclear plant on an island off the coast of Argentina. And then in this other, I think in another country, they were building a facility to do the heavy water, which you need to make nuclear bombs. And it's like, these guys were just resetting up shop so they could attack us, essentially, because for some reason, Hitler really wanted to blow up New York. But and I don't know what it was that stopped this whole crazy thing from happening. Maybe it was Perón getting kicked out of power, because that was their big backer in Argentina, right? Freaking
Perón. Dude, you need to watch this TV series, definitely.
Yeah.
You'll love it.
I don't know.
It's definitely all about what you're on about.
It freaked me out. Just how with a little bit of luck, a little bit of more luck on their side, they could have made us without any warning.
Well, of course they could.
All right, guys, I'm gonna head out. I'm fading. I'll be falling asleep on stream.
All right.
Hey, Jason.
Man, why am I always the one left at the end going? I mean, right, it's only 5:30 in the morning. I mean, I don't know what your fucking problem is. Sorry, I shouldn't swear. I'm sorry. I apologize for swearing.
Yeah, I'd love
it's hard being English and not swearing.
Wiley would like to talk about the art.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
I didn't realize it was this time anyways. Let me knock this out. Say goodnight to you all. Jason, thank you for being here, my friend.
Yeah. Can I come back?
Absolutely. Every Wednesday, we'll toss you the link.
I'll be here.
And then Nolan will be in the background saying, I don't know.
I might turn it.
All right. Thanks, Nolan, for popping in.
Hey.
Good seeing you, Nolan. Good seeing you, Mike.
And everyone else who was here but no longer is. God bless us all. Have a great night.
Merry Christmas.